back with you at Song Mentor. And today's relaxed song is If I Fell by the Beatles. It's the flip side of the single And I Love Her, which is also a beautiful love song. It surprised me that to learn that the Beatles, when they performed this live on their tour of North America in 1964, actually chuckled a few times when they sang the song, sort of making fun of their own music. But then again, they were known for that. Lennon considered a lot of the Beatles' compositions as throwaway songs. Songs that you and I could only dream of writing were considered throwaway songs by them. I don't know if this was considered a throwaway song, but for me, it certainly isn't, and it's an absolutely gorgeous piece of music. A little bit of an unusual structure, an opening section that doesn't repeat ever again in the song. Lennon composed this, and as always, the Lennon compositions were credited to Lennon and McCartney, just as Paul's compositions were credited to Lennon and McCartney. Here's the Beatles, If I Fell. Alright, let's tackle this beauty. And for a song that's 2 minutes and 22 seconds long and considered kind of a little romantic ditty, there are actually a dozen chords in this song, so it's a little more complex than one would first believe. And also some different strumming patterns that I'm going to show you that are going to highlight the song a little bit, different sections of the song. So let's get started. The first 4 chords you need are all bar chords. The first one is barred at the 6th fret, then 5, then 4, and then 1. And what these other fingers are playing at the 6th fret position, you're playing a minor chord. And so that is, these 3 fingers are in the A, as if you're playing an A minor, and this becomes an E flat minor chord. That's the first chord you need. The second chord, you're going to go down 1 fret. I'm going to turn it into a major, so you're going to play A here now instead of A minor. So that's just a D major bar chord. Then a D flat major bar chord. And the last one is also a minor, and it's down on the 1st fret, and that's a B flat minor. So again, those first 4 chords, E flat minor, D major, D flat major, B flat minor. Okay, in addition to that, you're going to need an open E minor. You're going to need an open A chord. You're also going to need another version of a D chord, just a nice open D chord. So you have this one, now you also have this one. You have an F sharp minor chord, F sharp minor bar chord. And this next chord is not in the song, but I'm going to put it in and I think you'll really like it. And that's just an F minor. It's just dropping that down 1 fret. Okay, you also need a G minor on the 3rd fret. And then finally you need a D7, just a simple D7 chord, and then A7. The 2-finger variety works nicely there, and there. Dozen chords in all, If I Fell. All right, let's put the chords up on the screen for the intro, and we'll play those first 4 chords, and then we'll play the first 2 again, and then we'll finish up with an E minor and an A and a different strumming pattern. These are just single strums, 4 strums per chord, like so.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love was more than just holding hands.
Okay, strumming pattern. Those initial strums are all so just the E minor and the A, it changes to. There's a frap in there. Okay, so you put those 2 bits together and you've got the whole intro. All right, let's do a playthrough with chords on the screen of the first half of the verse. which takes you into the second half of the verse. But I'll also show you in a moment here, I'll show you what I'm suggesting as far as strumming and picking goes in this. 1, 2, 3.
If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her.
I couldn't resist putting that extra vocal in there. It's one of my favorite little harmonies of all time. So what I'm suggesting for picking through this section is I'm going to strum the chord down from about the 5th string down, depending on the chord. The D chord from the 5th string down, the E minor you can strum 6, 5, and 4. So one strum down, and then up, up, down on 1, 2, 3 strings, okay? Same thing on the E minor. Same thing on the F sharp minor.
I must be sure from the
Okay, so that nice little strum we did earlier on there. The F minor chord that I'm throwing in there is not in the original version. It's the chord that I added, but it fits really nicely with that harmony vocal. If I give my heart to you. I think it works really well there. So that's how we pick and play through that section of the song. Okay, I just want to play through the second verse. Because it changes at the end heading into that beautiful bridge section. So I just want to play through that and show you where it goes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
If I trust in you, oh please, don't run and hide if I love you too. Oh please, don't hurt my pride like her, 'cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain.
Okay, last thing before we put it all together, last two things. We'll show you the chords for the end of the song. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just to finish this off, if you want to do this, if you could magically switch to a 12 string, it would be wonderful. But the final line, if I fell in love with you, is repeated with a little scale that goes like this. And I'm going to give you something you can play instead. So you can take your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And you're just going to pick up and down, thumb on the 3rd string, index finger on the 1st string, and pick them like that. One down, one up. 3rd string down, 1st string up. And here's the progression. Show you that again. Okay, so it goes 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and then I switch my fingers around and I go 6th fret, 1st string, 7th fret, 3rd string. I'm using 1st and 3rd fingers now. And then 8 and 9,
And then lastly, I just come up and play a D chord, an octave above the other D chord. So it's a D chord formation, just that the D chord is played on the 14th fret. You can still play that open D note with it. So one more time. Okay, well hopefully you've gone through the individual sections of the song, and we can put it together now for a playthrough. Reminding you before we start that little bridge section plays through twice. It kind of repeats in the middle of the song. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love is more than just holding hands. If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trust in you, oh please don't run and hide. If I love you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like her. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. If I fell in love with you. All right, fine tuning today, a couple things. So I hope you got a few different styles of picking here. We have everything from kind of a jazzy strum feel to that, and then even the little ending with the thumb and finger picking. So some different styles to use in this song, and I encourage you to get somebody to sing this with, because it really is a different song sung with the harmonies. If you're singing the melody, you might want to sing an octave lower, because Paul's melody in this was quite high. But anyway, just play around with it, have some fun with it, work on the harmonies, and enjoy. If I Fell. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.